On April 11, 1970, 3 astronauts climbed aboard a giant rocket and prepared to leave Earth. Their mission seemed routine. The goal was simple: fly to the moon, land safely, return home. Millions of people watched the launch live. No one knew they were about to witness one of the greatest survival stories in human history. The rocket roared to life. Within minutes, Apollo 13 was racing towards space. Everything appeared normal as the crew settled into their journey. Commander Jim Lovell, Jack Swigert, and Fred Hayes performed routine tasks as Earth grew smaller. The mission was going exactly as planned. Then, nearly 200,000 miles from Earth, everything changed. One simple instruction was sent from Mission Control: stir the oxygen tanks. Seconds later, a loud bang echoed through the spacecraft. The vehicle shook violently. Warning lights flashed everywhere. Something had gone terribly wrong. An oxygen tank had exploded. Vital systems were failing. Oxygen was leaking into space. The moon mission was over. Now the only mission was survival. Back on Earth, engineers stared at their monitors in shock. Data looked worse every minute. The astronauts were drifting through space. Commander Jim Lovell calmly reported, "Houston, we've had a problem." Those words would become some of the most famous in history. Electricity had to be conserved. Temperatures dropped rapidly. Soon, the astronauts could see their breath. The spacecraft became an ice-cold lifeboat. Failure was not an option. The astronauts had to swing around the moon and use its gravity to return home. The plan was risky. As they approached the moon, the lunar surface stretched beneath them. It was so close, yet they knew they would never land there. Hours turned into days. Food and water became scarce. Every moment was filled with uncertainty as carbon dioxide levels began to rise. Engineers on Earth rushed to find an answer, designing an improvised filter using plastic bags, cardboard, and tape to save the crew. The astronauts carefully assembled the device. It worked, but the damaged spacecraft still had to survive re-entry through Earth's atmosphere. As Apollo 13 entered the atmosphere at incredible speed, communication was lost. The silence lasted longer than normal. The world waited. Then suddenly, a voice came through. Apollo 13 had survived. Cheers erupted throughout Mission Control. Families cried with relief. Against overwhelming odds, the astronauts had returned safely. Apollo 13 became a powerful reminder of teamwork and human determination. Sometimes, the greatest victories are not about achieving a dream. They are simply about surviving long enough to try again.